Mark Scott from the English and Humanities Department. This video is going to walk you through my proposal for English 4485, and we'll take a look at the Blackboard portion of the course. The proposal that I'm putting together asks for the class to be kind of hybrid, almost 50-50. During the pandemic, I went to completely online, and there's things that I really liked that worked. And then in the face-to-face portion, I really liked aspects of that. So I think somewhere in the middle is a really good mix for English 4485. In the way that I teach the class, students learn how to use a method of research called content analysis, and they apply that to some kind of phenomenon that they're interested in that has some kind of connection to English and Humanities studies. Content analysis is pretty new to our students. It's something that they can definitely do, but it requires them to get a little bit outside their comfort zone. So I really like that part of the class, and the first half of the semester is all about them learning about content analysis. So that's a quick overview of what the class is about, and I'll take you now over to Blackboard so we can see what the class looks like. Hold on. So this is our Blackboard site for English 4485, Senior Experience for English and Humanities majors. We have different variations of Mr. T jokes throughout the class because we talk about T units. That's a unit of analysis and content analysis. So this is this week's meme around Mr. T. The class is divided up into weeks, as you see. We have the current weeks, we have previous weeks that have passed, and then down here in what students cannot see is the weeks to come. And these are the weeks from the last iteration of the class, and I get in and adjust content and take a look at how students did last year and make some tweaks, and also make tweaks based on like where the current students are. I don't want them to get too far ahead or too far behind. So I'll take it to week one. And when students begin the class, the week one folder is available. I think our work is available, and not all the links. I don't open up the assignment links, the discussion links, or anything like that. I kind of keep things just focused on that first week that they're in. Kind of forces their attention to that week one folder because that's really where the content is. And then the staying in touch is also available to them. So when they begin the class, it's start here. Here's how to get in touch with me. And that's just about it. And anything that they need for that first week, that's all that's available to them. Things open up a fair bit more. Some of the resources come on, I think, in week two. So here's what it looks like when students open up that week one folder. I try to strive for consistency. Like in online teaching, you got to make sure that students, if you tell students that things are going to be available to them on Thursday, you really kind of need to deliver on that. So every Thursday I send students an email saying next week's folder is available, and I kind of provide them a lot of this content that is here in the week one overview. So I tell them, all right, this is what you're going to learn, and then here's how we're going to practice that stuff. And in week one, it was review the syllabus, ask questions about the class. I kind of give them an overview of where we're going to go. I show them how to use Perusal, and then they need to do their first Perusal assignment for Thursday, and I'll show you Perusal here in just a second. And then the link for them to go to the text, and I'll show you that here again in a second. But I wanted to show you what week two looks like because that's really the pattern that I keep throughout the semester. Tuesday is a reading day, Thursday is a practice day. And sometimes they will need to meet with me outside of class to talk to me about their projects. So Tuesday we have the reading, encoding streams of language. Friday, by the end of that week, I ask them to say, hey, tell me about your topic. What are you thinking about? Asking them to do that outside of class so they kind of think that through a fair bit. And then in class on Thursday, we practice the things that we read in Chapter 2. And I keep that pattern throughout the rest of the semester. Tuesday reading, Thursday practice. And if there's extra things that happen, it's usually due by the end of the week. So emailing me or booking a time to chat with me about some project or some part of their project that they turned in. So that's the structure of the course. I wanted to show you really quickly what Perusal looks like. So these are the readings for English 4485. Students click those links in those folders on Blackboard. So in week one, students read this chapter right here. And this is what it looks like on the student end. They highlight portions of the text, they write a comment, These are all the comments that students provided. I had a couple students on the late freight, so I didn't see their comments here. I have my comments. You see this little icon here, that's me, saying, kind of setting up what the reading is going to do. And then these are the student comments, and I'm interacting with them in the comments. I find perusal really helpful. I haven't had any issues with on the student end. They can adjust the size of the text, so students that might need to blow things up a little bit, they can do that. But yeah, I found a lot of positive responses from students about using perusal. A lot of engagement with the text, as you see here. We have tons of student comments, and this is just for this iteration of the class. The way perusals, you can set it up is that it keeps your comments and it deletes all the students' comments at the end of a semester. So those are the student readings. That's how we do the readings on the Tuesdays. And again, Thursday we get in there and practice. So you see on Thursday, January 20th, we'll discuss Chapter 2, address any questions you might have, and practice concepts discussed in the reading. And that is the pattern throughout the class. So that's English 4485, kind of the setup of the class, the structure of how we do things. Again, I stick to that pattern of Tuesday readings, Thursday practice. And even when we get beyond break, when students are really just kind of working on their projects, they need to code their data, they need to start analyzing their data, there'll be some kind of like practice thing that we do in class. I might ask some of them to bring in their data and we'll code it as a class. That hands-on thing is really hard to replicate in an online space. But the Tuesdays are really nice that they can read something and learn about the theory of something, and then they apply that in class on Thursday. So again, a 50-50 hybrid course, I think it's working out so really well this semester under COVID conditions, and I think making it permanent is probably it's the way I would like to teach the class in the future. If you all have any questions, I hope that you'll reach out, and I just want to thank you for your time.